Hi, Grandad.
Hello, darling. Lovely to see you.
As it's the 75th anniversary of VE Day today, I just wanted to call you and ask you a few questions about it. So, first thing I want to ask you is, where were you at the time and how did you find out that it was the end of the war?
I was stationed at Kinloss in Scotland. I joined an experienced crew there that had lost their rear gunner. And so I flew with them for some while. But flying stopped all of a sudden. So we knew something was happening. We'd heard that Hitler was dead, so we expected the end of the war to be announced. And I think it was on a Tuesday morning, VE Day, when we heard Winston Churchill tell us that the Nazis, as he called them, had been defeated and that we were at peace. So it was quite a jubilant day, and Kinloss was only a village, so in the afternoon we got on a truck and went down to Kinloss, a bit bigger, not Kinloss, Lossiemouth, and of course they were all dancing in the street and enjoying themselves, and we joined in. It wasn't a Sunday, so the pubs opened and we had some drinks and had a very good time for a few hours.
You were in Guernsey for VE Day, were you?
I was in Guernsey for VE Day. We set sail from Solent, Southampton, for Guernsey on the 7th of May. Got outside Guernsey Harbour at 5:30 that morning, dropped anchor. My boat was rowed down on the side with an officer. We went into Guernsey Harbour and it was quiet. You could hear the pin drop. So we turned round and came back. The officer went back on the boat. I waited for him and he came down and said, the Germans are taking the surrender. We got some Marines and some army men and went ashore. There wasn't a thing walking, crawling, anything on the island to eat. It had all been eaten. Then we rounded the SS up, because they're mostly SS on that island, put them in the boats and took them back to our ship, which we transferred then to the ship, the Germans, and took them to Southampton at prisoner of war.
So was your boat the first one to get to Guernsey?
I was the first boat into Guernsey, and on the 8th of May, if I'd have gone, they were giving me a good celebration.
How does it make you feel now when you think back to what happened when you got there and what you saw?
Well, we thought it was disgusting because they were the only ever English-speaking people to be under captivity by the Nazis.
When VE Day came, everybody was allowed to go ashore, because it was a wonderful thing. Like, to think that you'd been fighting all that time and suddenly it come to an end. We weren't thinking about Japan or nothing like that. We were thinking about where we'd been, and but in our minds that was the end of our war, and it was a wonderful feeling to think there's a good chance you'll be going home and getting out soon.
So what did they feel like then? The war was over? Did life change quickly, or?
Oof. It had made me grow up, Anthony, I will admit. But my youth was spent in the war, wasn't it, mainly? And I left the village to join the war. But when I come back, my mum and dad had moved to Bath. And so I arrived in Bath. I didn't know anybody, only family. And it took a bit of getting used to.
Do you think it's important to keep celebrating VE Day for years to come, and not just now and the time it happened, like for years to come? Do you think it's important?
I think it is, because I realise a lot of young people, even people your age, look on the two great wars, the First World War and this last war, now as history, and not much more than the Battle of Britain to them, but people like me are still alive, and our children should know a bit about it. I think the children should be reminded of it so that it doesn't happen again.
When we go back to Normandy and we visit the graveyards and you see the headstones of the young lads, it makes you realise what they gave so that we could have freedom.
That's right.
Freedom, Anthony, is a wonderful thing.
I've known freedom all my life because of your generation,
Yeah,
and I've been lucky.
we fought for freedom, and I've enjoyed, 70 odd years of it, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I can't complain. And it's like life. There's nothing better than life, because those lads who didn't come back, they gave their life.
So how are you going to celebrate V-Day, or how have you been celebrating V-Day today?
Why I'm in this house, couple of bottles of leaf, half a bottle of rum, whiskey, and you know me, the old brandy. Me and my nan will be dancing in the yard.
Well, I'm going to go now, Grandad, but happy VE Day. Hope you have a lovely day, even though you've got to stay inside.
EVAD VE Day for you too, and enjoy yourself.
I'll be thinking.
Bye-bye, darling.
It's been great talking to you, John.
Thanks, Dad.
Your insight on the war.
I'll see ya.
And happy VE Day.
Happy VE Day, yeah. Have a drink to that later on.